to do. Have the courage to ask you for your number so I can spend my day.
Hi everyone, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Great to have you with us tonight to celebrate the launch of A Place to Call My Own, which was written and produced by Matthew Crozer and Kat Smithhurst in collaboration with AMAT UK residents and the Alive and Singing Choir. I'm Amu, I'm your host for the evening. Very pleased to be here. If there are any technical difficulties, let's just blame COVID. At least we can do that. Joining me this evening from the comfort of their own socially distanced homes is Matthew Crozer and Kat Smithhurst, who wrote and produced the album in collaboration with the AMAT residents. Guys, how's things? Everything all right?
Good.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. What's everyone drinking tonight? What have you got?
Got the Hop House 13.
Good choice, Kat.
I've got a bottle of Soul.
Pint of water, but in a Stella glass, so I'm halfway there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, I've been lucky enough to have a copy of this album for a few weeks now, and I have to say, I think it really captures the issues that homeless people face. I'm really excited about finding out, how the songs were put together and how the project came together. But most importantly, all about AMAT UK and the residents. So, Kat, what is AMAT for those who are listening or watching that don't know?
Okay, so AMAT is the largest homeless hostel and supported accommodation in the southeast. It provides rapid and direct access to affordable homes and homeless services in Medway. It's been established for about 23 years. It houses approximately 300 homeless adults in the area, and it does amazing things to help people get their life back on track and to work on the issues that led them to homelessness, and to help them improve self-esteem and confidence and living skills.
Fantastic. And I understand you've got a video of some of the residents who also sing in the choir there, talking about how AMAT have supported them over the years. Should we take a look?
Yes, let's take a look. Let's see if this works.
Have faith.
Here we go.
Because I was homeless on the street because of a relationship breakdown. It's given me more stability, given me a home, given me lots of support. I've got my own support worker that helps me and doing the activities and that at the hub.
And it'll be 4 years in February, being homeless. Totally homeless. And done some surfing. And then I came here. Oh, everything. I can't knock them enough. I think if I had not got to AMAT, I'd have hit the bottle more than I had, and I wouldn't be in it.
And I lived in AMAT nearly 8 years because we were doing some bidding, and a downstairs council flat come up, and it was suitable for me and my partner.
I've lived here 3 years. 3 years. I came to AMAT. My partner has been arrested, so he was in the police station. So I literally come from the police station with nothing. So, I came, and that's where I've been. Obviously, when I got here, it was I was like a deer in the headlights. I didn't quite know what to expect, what not to expect. But obviously then I started volunteering, and since then, my confidence got a lot better, so things are, they're going really well for me at the moment, due to AMAT. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. So it sounds like, Kat, a very worthy cause. So how did this album project come about?
So I am lucky enough to have a long-standing relationship with AMAT. Many moons ago, I used to work there. And it's the type of organisation that just gets under your skin because of what they do and how they do it, and how responsive they are and how forward-thinking they are. So in 2016, I went to AMAT and said I'd like to start a choir. And it started off as a 6-week project, and it's developed from there. And then I think it must be about 2 years ago now, myself and the wonderful Tamsin Larby, who is the fundraiser for AMAT, and Jodie Geddes, who is just the most fantastic CEO. I went to them with this idea about applying to the Arts Council for funding to write and record an originals album, because over my time at AMAT, when I worked there, but also leading the choir, you get to know people and you get to know their stories and their journeys, and I just thought it would be a fantastic opportunity to give those people a voice and to raise awareness and to do something really fun and different, with some outcomes like improved self-esteem and confidence, but also in a reflective way. So thanks to Jodie and Tamsin, they made that happen, and I'm very grateful that they did.
Fantastic. And how did the residents get involved with the songwriting side of things? How did you get the material for the songs?
We came up with a few ways of meeting up and getting the material. First off, AMAT have got this, what they call the hub, the 411 hub, which is like a hub. It's where people go for breakfast and do all sorts of other things. They've got computers there, they've got libraries and all that sort of thing. So we held some songwriting in-person sessions there, which were 1-to-1, well, 2-to-1, because Kat and I and whoever. So we wrote a few of the songs that way. We asked for, through the AMAT network, we asked for people to send in poetry, writing, stories, anything literal, wordy, that we could take stories from. Kat did some one-on-one interviews with people where she sat down and actually interviewed people to get stories that way. And then we did like a survey. So it was an anonymous survey, and it ranged from questions, what brought you to AMAT? How long have you been at AMAT? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What sort of music do you like? What are your favourite things? Yeah, all and sundry questions in these surveys, and from these surveys that we got, we started. That's how we wrote the first song that we wrote from the surveys, and the other songs came from the other methods.
Oh, brilliant! So, Kat, did the residents struggle to bring up, open up about their difficult journeys that they've been through, and situations and difficult sort of issues and concerns that they've had throughout their lives,
No, I mean, not any of the residents or in fact the staff that I spoke to, and I think one of the reasons for that is because if you're somebody that's ended up living at AMAT, quite often your journey is the only thing that you have. So it's something that was quite easy to talk about, and I think that because we aimed, and I think we did do it in a respectful way. The person that we were speaking to, or I was speaking to, or sometimes in the group settings when we did that, people know that they're free to share as much or as little as they want. And if you feel like you can press for a bit more information, then you do. But if it's obvious that you can't, then you don't. So yeah, no, I don't think that it was a hard thing for residents to talk about their journey.
Brilliant. Well, I'm not sure whether Janice is going to be watching tonight, but I understand she's one of the heroes at AMAT, and she works in the charity shop there. She's really inspired and helped people over the years. And I understand that you recorded a video of her talking about AMAT and her experience of working in the shop.
We've got a little video, yes, and then we've got a song the first song that we're going to play, which is a socially distanced lockdown video that we've made of the song. So shall I play that?
Yeah, brilliant. Sounds fantastic.
Let's see if we can do this then. Here we go.
Well, I just like it all. I just think that it's very rewarding in the respect that you can help people that are obviously a bit less fortunate than yourself. And if you get a result, or people want to come and speak to you or get your advice, it just proves that you're doing something right. It's like lifting. I don't know, you just want to sort of walk out and you just keep sort of going over one song. It's, all the time, you're sort of buzzing. Yeah, it's nice.
So one of the songs on the album is about your charity shop and you really, and one of the sessions that we did in consultation with residents, they were talking about what a lifeline it's been to some of your volunteers. How does that make you feel?
Chuffed. It's nice. It's nice. And yeah, it is quite, yeah, it's a bit, not, you don't get to say choked up. It's just so nice. It makes you realise that what you are doing is right and what people think of you. And I'd just like to think that if some good's coming out of what I'm doing and helping people, then that's how it's got to be. No, because with what I do for the service users, the events and things, I'm always sort of the one organising things and doing it for them. You know, making them feel better or enjoying something. But this time, this is me enjoying it.
Start that one again. Apparently Should we start that one again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There had
we've
to be
had
one technical hit.
Yeah, it's COVID. I told you. We can blame COVID,
COVID.
guys.
It's COVID. It's
Yeah.
COVID. Let's try again. I know, thank you. George come over to tell us that as well. Could you see the first video though? You could
No.
see
No,
you could
we,
see the
we
first-
couldn't. We couldn't see Janice either.
You couldn't see Janice.
No,
You could hear her.
could hear her. Stay with us, guys. This is
Stay
worth
with
it.
us, guys. This worked in rehearsals. Right, tell me if you can see this.
Well, I just like it all. I just think that
No,
it's very rewarding
No.
No,
in respect that you can help people
you can't see Janice. Right,
that are obviously
okay.
a bit less fortunate than yourself.
Hang on
And
then.
if you get a result,
Ask us
or
another
people
question,
wanna
Emma,
come and
whilst...
okay. So guys, why did you want to complete the project?
I think that, you know, aside from raising awareness for an amazing charity and having the privilege of doing that work with the residents, you know, we're also creatives, and Matthew and I are both professional musicians, and it meant that we got to embark on a project that was something that would also enhance our skills and meant that we got to do music, which is, you know, what our job is. So it's what it's all about. So I think, as well as, you know, nothing's altruistic. So it was amazing that we got to work with the residents, but also important to say that it was because of the chance to be creative as well.
How about this?
Well, I just like it all. I just think that it's very rewarding.
Is that coming through?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the respect that you can help people that are obviously a bit less fortunate than yourself. And if you get a result or people want to come and speak to you or get your advice, it just proves that you're doing something right. It's just, it's like lifting. I don't know, you just want to sort of walk out and you just keep sort of going over one song. It's, you know, all the time you're sort of buzzing. Yeah, it's nice.
So one of the songs on the album is about your charity shop and you really, and one of the sessions that we did in consultation with residents, they were talking about what a lifeline it's been to some of your volunteers. How does that make you feel?
Chuffed. It's nice. It's nice. And yeah, it is quite, yeah, it's a bit, not, you don't get to say choked up. It's just so nice. It makes you realise that what you are doing is right and what people think of you. And I just like to think that if some good's coming out of what I'm doing and helping people, then that's how it's got to be. No, because with what I do for the service users, the events and things, I'm always sort of the one organising things and doing it for them. You know, making them feel better or enjoying something. But this time, this is me enjoying it.
Cool. Right,
Fantastic.
stay there. I've got open here. This should start straight away. This. Oh no! Look what's going on now.
It's okay.
It's open.
I don't envy you, Matt. You've had to do all the technical stuff, so.
So I'll ask, well, Matt, while you're working that out, obviously, Matt, you've played all.
Here we go.
There you go.
Hey!
Well done.
It's always there to pick me up, brush me down and clean up the dust. Tell me where I'm going wrong and make me feel like I belong. She's always there to support me, dry my tears away and make the tea. Make my world seem less lonely. And that has meant everything to me. She'll be open when you need her. She will be open when you feel like you have been broken. She's got something for you. She will be open when your heart breaks. She will be open. Put a smile back on your beautiful face. She's got something for you. She always makes me feel like I'm at home. After I lost everything I own, she finds a way to help me out. Makes me believe I can work it out. She'll be open when you need her. She will be open when you feel like you've been broken. She's got something for you. She will be open when your heart breaks. She will be open. Put a smile back on your beautiful face. She's got something for you. If I could see what she's meant to me, save part of my sanity, gave me back my pride, kept me occupied. She's got something for you. She will be open when you need her. She will be open when you feel like you've been broken. She's got something for you. She will be open when your heart breaks. She will be open. Put a smile back on your beautiful face. She's got something for you. She will be open when you need her. She will be open when you feel like you've been broken. She's got something for you.
There you go.
Fantastic. Well done, Matt. Thanks for getting that working.
Can I just say, I just listened on next door just to see that it was working, and it is a bit juddery. That's the internet lag, I think. I'm trying to stream it from here. We haven't got a very high speed here. All the videos of the songs and the interviews are all available on our Amat's YouTube, so you can go and look at them without it glitching.
Well, just to put things into perspective, you're in High House, though. I'm in Medway, and every time you play one of the songs, my lights keep on dimming.
Well, there you go.
You're using a lot of power from the grid.
That's it.
So I'm sure people understand that you've come prepared. You've got candles in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's to make it smell good.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to ask is, obviously, between you guys, you've played all over the world. You've written songs with, some decent artists. How does that sort of experience compare with this sort of songwriting process?
Well, when you're writing a song, and when you're doing a gig, you're doing a gig. As far as I'm concerned, playing at some of the big venues that I've played at, it doesn't really. They're different experiences, but it's not a worse experience or a better experience than some of the smaller ones. And I think this is the same. If as professional people and musicians, we're doing what we're doing because we enjoy doing it. So we approach everything with the same enthusiasm.
Yeah.
That's it. As far as I can see, it was weird, I must admit, walking backwards down Chatham High Street, filming Kat singing. Whilst holding
I think it was
speaker.
I think it was weirder for me.
It was probably weird.
Fair.
Yeah. Although you didn't
it was,
backwards into the bus stop, but.
Fantastic. Now, track 4, I believe, track 4 on the album is called Like a Train. Now, it has some very poignant lyrics. One that really stands out, which is the opening line, look at me, 17, said goodbye to my baby. Now, most songs with baby mentioned in it is normally about someone's loved one, but you could just tell from the sadness in that song that it wasn't the case. So, Kat, what's that one about?
Well, this came from an interview with a guy that's been an AMAT resident for a while, and when he was that age, he unfortunately was in a relationship that broke down, and it meant that he didn't get to see his baby anymore. So that's what it was about, really, and all of the song is about this guy, and unfortunately, he developed a substance misuse issue with alcohol to kind of cope with all the loss that he'd had in his life. And at the time of the interview, he'd been sober for some time. And the chorus lyrics are a direct quote from him. And I asked him, if you're up against difficult challenges now, or you're up against difficult circumstances, what do you do? And he said, well, I anchor myself to the wall and I don't cross the line. And as soon as he said it, I thought, well, that's our lyric. And yeah, the song, I think, really kind of encapsulates him as well. And the other thing about the song as well, and I think about all the songs, is yes, they are about the individuals that we wrote for, but because we're creative, you put a lot of yourself into it as well. So throughout all of the album, there are nods to specific things that have happened in our lives that fit in, and it's one of the things I really like about the album. I don't think you need to be homeless to identify with the themes of the songs.
No. That song was taken from an actual one-to-one interview, whereas Alcohol, a track on the record, which I think is track 2, that was from one of the surveys. That was one of the surveys I mentioned, and that was the first song that we wrote for the project, and we were just looking through the surveys, thinking for ideas, and someone had either misspelt or miswritten, or I probably misread. Instead of writing alcohol, it was alcohol. And I thought, well, alcohol, alka-why, alka-me, alka-my. And that song wrote itself in, in the time it takes to sing it. So,
yeah,
you don't necessarily have to be in the room with someone to get those feelings across. Or those
I love that. So I understand one of the residents by the name of Shelley agreed to sing on the song Landlord Blues, and she's done a great job. She's really captured that sort of bluesy mood of the song. And Matt, I understand she had some great things to say about it in an interview you had with her.
I've got an interview here. Let's try this one. Fingers crossed, everybody.
I can't describe it. It's actually, it's fantastic. Crying. Crying.
They good tears.
Yeah, the feeling that you get is just unbelievable to be a part of something, so good. Well, at first I was like, oh my God, I'm not quite sure if I can do it, but I absolutely love doing it. You know, it was absolutely fantastic experience. You know, everyone loves to sing. I'm not very good at it, but obviously the longer I've been coming to choir, the better I've got. You know, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that I have had, you know, been able to experience that.
So Landlord Blues, again, was another song that we took from the surveys, and a question or an answer that kept popping up. How did you end up at AMAT? Was the baddie landlord. So we took the baddie landlord as a character, and we wrote this song around it. And Shelley did an amazing job singing it. So shall I play that, Amma?
Yeah, brilliant. Let's see her shine.
Here we go.
No DSS, no pets, no smoke. Yeah, he said your husband's left you all alone. And I know you spend your money feeding your kids, but there's something here that you have missed. I ain't no charity. I ain't no charity. I may be rich, you may be poor, but no money, no flaw. Laid off your job, that's not my concern. You may have your problems, but I gotta earn. The banks don't care about me and you. They just want their payment when it's due. I ain't no charity. I ain't no charity. I may be rich, you may be poor, but no money, no flaw. I like to think that I'm a stand-up man, live inside the law and do what I can. If someone needed help, you know I'd lend a hand, but not if that takes money from my hand. Served your notice, get out my house. Pack up your belongings, get your stuff out. I don't care that tonight you gotta sleep rough, but did no one ever tell you that life is tough? I ain't no charity. I ain't no charity. I may be rich, you may be poor, but no money, no flaw. I ain't no charity. I ain't no charity. I may be rich, you may be poor, but no money, no flaw.
Well, I think it's safe to say that she had the best time being in that video as well.
Yeah.
In the previous video, Kat, she obviously got emotional, and I can imagine that they all got so much from the experience, especially singing together. You know, we all know how good it feels to sing together and to sing in harmony, and you know, having that togetherness. What did the choir get from it? What did the residents get from being in the choir?
I mean, I think I'm just so lucky because I've got to see that journey from December 2016 to now, and I'm going to get emotional, but it's yeah, but it's
I've cried 5 times.
But I'm just so proud of them. I'm so proud of how they've developed and how amazing it's been to see this group bond and forge relationships. And I think the thing I love the most about choir is it isn't just residents, it's a staff project as well. And they come into that room, you know, when we're allowed to do it. Lockdown has been, you know, everything out of lockdown that I've missed, choir has been the thing that I've missed the most, because, you know, everyone just leaves their titles and their status and everything like that at the door, and they come in and we're just one big group, and we just have such an amazing, like, I laugh so much in choir, and I have to remind myself I'm there to do a job, but it's just been such an amazing privilege to kind of see that journey, and you know, Shelley is a great example on the album, but all of them, if I'd said to them when we first started this, we're going to record an album and I want you to sing a solo, that it would have been no. They would have absolutely said no. And we did a Christmas concert in 2019, and every single member of the choir had a little solo, and I think about it and it just makes me want to cry, because I'm just so proud of them, and it's so amazing to hear them talk about what it's done for them, and the joy that it brings them, and I'm thrilled that I get to be a part of that.
And when we open up again, I'm assuming that the choir continues and new members are welcome.
Yes, absolutely. We're always looking for new members. Yeah.
And do they need a beatboxer?
Definitely.
Matt, I understand there's a video about the choir.
There's another video. Here we go. I've gotten it ready.
Oh, I love it. Belt it out and just enjoy it.
So it's nice just to chill and giggle. For myself, if I'm having a really bad day, then it's just something to really look forward to.
It gives me something to look forward to. I've got a lot of personal issues going on at the moment, so I do look forward to, you know, meeting up with everyone, just being myself and just having a good time, and, you know, just having as much fun as we can when we're here.
I retired from work and I really missed the company because I worked in a really busy atmosphere. Coming to choir really made a difference in my life.
At first I was a little bit nervous because I haven't got a great voice, I can admit that. I ain't afraid of that. But it's nice to see everyone get out their bubble. Like, everyone just lets their hair down, has a little giggle, has a laugh, talks to each other. It's lovely, it's great, I love it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's just so nice. I'm so happy.
Because it brings staff and residents together in a really different way, because it's so informal and it's really good fun.
I come to choir because I love to see everyone, and plus I think it's nice for the staff and the resident to actually do something together.
I've enjoyed it. It's made me more self-confidence and made me more friends.
Cheers me up, makes the week. Yeah.
Fantastic. So track 6 is called Call My Own. Obviously the album is called A Place to Call My Own. Why was the album named A Place to Call My Own, Matt?
Call My Own, we wrote that in at the 411 hub with one of the resident guys together, you know, and that, we just asked him. We were just chatting. We were just sitting around with guitars, you know. How did you end up here? Asking the guy, and the song is just his story, and it turns out. That one of the lyrics in the song was one of the things he said. You know, he just wanted to find a place that he could call his own, which we jumped on, and we wrote the song around that, and we thought that'd be a good ideal title for the record.
Fantastic. Now, Kat, track 7, Need Me to Do, is a real heartbreaker, or in my opinion, it is. What's that one about?
I think the majority of people that we spoke to, or the surveys, or you know, anybody, not just AMAT residents, but anybody, most people have experienced loss in their life, and for a lot of people at AMAT, they are in the position of being a homeless adult because of relationship breakdowns, or because of things that needed to be different. So it kind of felt right to put a song in that was about loss, but also about, you know, having that 2020 hindsight vision, and being able to look back. And I think everyone would say, you know, if they could go back and do things differently, that they would. So it felt important to include something on the album about loss, because
Yeah,
it
brilliant.
has been such a big part of most people's lives.
And have the residents that some of these songs were about, have they heard them yet, or is tonight the first sort of time some of them have heard them?
Yeah, I think so. I think that tonight this is the first time that residents might hear some songs about them. The lovely Janice obviously knew that Open was about her, and there's another track on the album that was written about an individual, and they know it's about them. And it's lovely to see their reaction to it, and yeah, it's good.
And not only that, it becomes a part of history, doesn't it? Once something's recorded, it's forever, you know. So
Yeah.
it's part of a journey in itself. What about Billy Hill? It's a real foot stomper with, I must say, and this isn't me kissing Matt's butt, but some great slide guitar on there, Matt.
Thank you.
What's the story behind Billy Hill?
Billy Hill was another survey song, I think. We wanted to look at all of the different. First off, we wanted the album to be genre fluid, meaning that, you know, it wasn't just country or just rock or just disco or whatever. So there's a lot of different genres on the record. This is like a bluesier song, and on the surveys, that's the other thing. Yeah, we wanted to touch on all of the different kind of alcoholism, domestic violence, and all of those things, and gambling issues are very big. Is a very big thing. I personally know people that have struggled with that, and we wanted to write a song about that. And I just got the idea about being trapped in a betting shop, and Billy Hill kind of made sense, and it's about that.
Fantastic. Now, you mentioned domestic violence in there. I take it that track 9, called DV, is that an abbreviation for that?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And obviously, it's a real rocky number. It's when I was listening to it, it's full of grit, determination, resilience. But it's quite dark, and there's some great lyrics, in there. My favourite one is what's it about? Reduction. I'm a person, not a reduction.
What you need to do is have a look in the liner notes of the record.
Yeah.
That you've got
it's in there, is it?
And all the lyrics are handily printed out. And if anyone does want to purchase the record, all they need to do is go to the AMAT website and the blog page there, or just email AMAT. Basically, if you just go to the AMAT website and press contact and just email AMAT and say, I'd like to buy the record, and then the lovely people at the other end will email you back all of the information that you need to do, and they'll get one out to you. The other place, of course, is pop along to Alice's shop. There's a point of sale there when it's open, and they have them in the 411 hub as well, I believe. So, and of course you can buy it digitally on Amazon too, if you just want to download the files as well. But if you download it digitally, you won't be able to read the lyrics.
Well, I have just read the lyrics, and the lyric I liked was "I am a person, not a reduction," which I thought was brilliant.
Thank you very much.
That's a good one. That song, that was the last song that we wrote, and we needed one more song. And when we tracked the album, we did it over a couple of days, and we wrote that in the morning before Rick and Mark turned up to write, to record. So it was, again, written really quickly, which is what, quite often, if you have to labour over something, it ends up not being your best work. When things happen really, really quickly, you just sort of pull them out of the air. That tends to be, the better work. But Kat interviewed the lady to find out about the lyrics. So.
And what were your influences?
I think it's really interesting that you use the words grit and determination and resilience, because that absolutely, if I was going to describe the lady that this is about, they are 3 words that I would use plus hero. Like, she's just absolutely amazing. And influence-wise, because I know who it's about, and I have the pleasure of seeing this lady on a regular basis, there was no way that it could be anything other than rock, because she's just hard as nails. And to live through what she lived through and to still be here is just incredible. And the song needed to be as hard as she is.
It's a positive statement.
Definitely.
And it, we wanted to shout it as loud as we possibly could, which we did. That encapsulates the theme behind the song, I guess.
Fantastic. So earlier we spoke about the choir and how they feel when they sing as a choir, but it's a rare opportunity for most people to actually go into a recording studio and record a song, let alone record an album. So how did they find that experience?
I think they enjoyed it. COVID caused us some problems. Shelley came over to the studio here in our outhouse, and she sang here during the summer when we were able to. When it came to recording the choir, that's how we planned to do it. But it ended up that we couldn't do that, so we had to record remotely, and we set up we took over a whole floor at Amat and had basically 10 mics in 10 different rooms, and everyone sang their parts there were wires everywhere. It looked we needed some black cloth. Let's just say that. But I think they enjoyed it. I mean, it's always fun and a bit daunting to put headphones on and sing into a microphone and hear back what you're singing. People don't ever really hear their own voices, and I think they did brilliantly. Should we watch the video?
Yeah, I understand there's a video.
There is. Let's see if it works. Here we go.
Oh, it's brilliant. Absolutely loved it. A little bit apprehensive at first, but obviously once all the get up was set up and we had our headphones and the mics, it was just like, oh God, we're in a recording studio. This is so cool. But really enjoyed it. Yeah, definitely. I would never have done this anywhere else. That was just brilliant. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. Oh, yeah, want it on vinyl.
Yeah, believe it or not, for how awkward I am, I do actually feel a lot more confident. Definitely, after you've done a performance or something like we've been doing with the album, you definitely feel proud of what you've done. Really cool to be part of, to be fair. Oh, definitely, without funding from the Arts Council or donations, we wouldn't have been able to do something like this. Definitely, yeah, really looking forward to that.
I wasn't much of a confident person before, but now I think I'm slowly building. I've got, my anxiety was really bad, but now that's built up. I can go out more, I can interact with other people a bit more. I think it's great. It's amazing for everyone. Amazing? Considering I no.
Or a song or anything like
that? No. Before, no, never.
So
I mean, I sing in the shower at home. It brings me out of my comfort zone.
Yes.
Definitely. Oh, I can't wait. I wanted to hear it when we were recording it, but we were like, no, don't want to spoil it.
That has been so much, it's honestly been so much fun. It doesn't feel like it's hard work or anything. Yeah, great opportunity, especially at my age, to do something like that. And
you wouldn't be doing it. If I hadn't come here, I wouldn't be doing it. But obviously, I'm here and I've experienced it, and I'm looking forward to it. I've told all my family, so they're all going to get a copy whether they like it or not.
Scary. But hey, it's been fun.
Scary in a good way?
Yeah, no, scary in a good way. I've never done anything like that, so yeah, definitely would never have done anything like this ever.
And is it something that you want to do again?
Yeah, definitely. It's been fun.
Well, it's good. It is nice because, it just shows you to how far we've come.
Brilliant, because you can get to sing, dance, mess around and let yourself go. Oh, it'd be terrible. I couldn't imagine. I'd hate to think. I'd hate to imagine if there was no choir.
It makes me happy that I'm being part of something.
Brilliant. Yeah, it was good fun. Really good fun. And I enjoy it. Oh yeah. I'm going to order half a dozen.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Excellent.
There you go. The power of music.
That's it. Well, singing makes you feel good. It releases endorphins. Is that the right word?
That's right. Yeah.
Happy chemicals, natural ones that make you feel good.
I agree 100%. Now, track 10 for me is the standout track on the album. Let me
Why
go.
is that, Amy?
Why is that? No, you tell me. Why is that?
Is it because you rapped on it?
40-year-old Amy Dennett rapping
from the hood, the Lord's hood.
From Lord's hood. Yeah, it was one of the greatest experiences of my life.
We had one of the residents wrote a brilliant rap, and it ended up that we couldn't get him to rap it. Is that the right verb? To rap? To rap? I rapped, you rapped, he rapped. Amu performed the rap, and he did a marvellous job. We tweaked the lyrics a bit, or the rap a bit as well. Amu did. He's very good with words like that, and it sounds really good. It's quite emotional when you listen to it. It is quite emotional, I think.
I must admit, it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, because the guy that obviously wrote the lyrics originally, I didn't have a clue of how he wanted it to go, the flow or anything like that. So I had to sort of change and add my own lyrics to fill spaces and take some out just so it would flow.
Yeah.
And then I relied on all my 90s hip hop gods to help me through. But I think we did it. We did it in about 2 takes, didn't we? 2 or 3 takes.
It was good. It was good. It sounds good.
It was infinitely better than what it would have been if Matt or I had to rap it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's is it Snoop Dogg that's on the Just Eat advert?
Yes.
I think it is. Well, Just Eat have contacted me and asked me to do. They've asked me to do the next one.
Do the next one. Well,
right.
That'd be a good one.
So I'm looking forward to that. So one of the things I'd like to ask you, Kat, is where these songs are full of emotional content and lyrics, how did you get yourself in the zone emotionally for each song to sort of do them justice and get that message across?
That's a really good question. I think a couple of things. So it definitely helps knowing the stories of people and also knowing the individuals that the songs are about, and sort of channeling their energy. It also comes from, I've been a professional musician for since I was 18, so 4 years now.
45 years.
And also, Matt and I produced the album, so it was important that we had a clear idea of how we wanted the songs to sound and what sounded right. And it's that relationship is very trusting and very open, and it has to be to get the best out of the performance. You've got to trust that when I'm saying no, you need to do that again, or Matt's saying no, you need to do that again, that it's for the right reasons. And I think we work really well together. So it's a multitude of reasons, really. Yeah.
Fantastic. I think you've done a marvelous job. And speaking of emotional songs, Little Things, fantastic song. I can imagine it being in some sort of American movie, a sort of dark drama or something like that. I understand you've got a video for Little Things, Matt.
We've got a video for Little Things, and this song is this is about the thin line that everybody walks.
Great singing from Kat as well, I must say.
Let me play it here. Oh, here we go.
It's the little things that kill you, the little things that lay you down, things expect to miss. Things have made it ended up like this, like a deer in the headlights. Desperation seeping it all. How did I end up here? Oh, how did I end up here? Walking through the darkness instead of laying into light, petrified and lonely. Where the hell will I sleep tonight? I've used up all my favors. All my luck is running out. How did I end up here? Oh, how did I end up here? 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 How did I end up
Fantastic song, and that song is the last one on the album, isn't it? And it's such a great finishing song to summarize and everything.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry.
I was going to say it leaves the it ends the album on a question, which is what we wanted. You know, we started the album on "Open the Door," which is a positive song, which leads you into the record, and then sequencing the songs in order on a record is a difficult thing to do. It's a very difficult thing to do. Nowadays with Spotify and iTunes, people generally don't listen to records in order. But once you bought the CD and listen to it in order, the idea is it does take you on that sort of up and down ride with all the different themes. And we felt that ending with Little Things was we wanted to end with a question, so people can have something to think about.
Having something to think about. What do you want to do next? What do you want to happen with the album? Any future projects?
Number one would be nice.
That would be amazing.
The American Billboard would be good.
It would be nice. People buy it locally, and listen to it and let us know what they think and send it to their friends and get them to buy it and raise some money for an absolutely wonderful, very good cause. But listen to the record and we'd like to take the songs and we've got lots more songs that we wrote that we didn't include. I can see it moving forward. Had COVID not have happened, we would have had other members of the choir singing on it. Not just we would have had a lot more interaction with the choir and the residents, and I can see, you know, I can see it on the stage, or at least some sort of theatrical playing out of the songs, you know, because there's some themes in there that lend themselves to that. Certainly, in my mind.
I think what you said as well about people buying it, it's so important because it's a local charity as well. And, you know, every single penny from the sale of the actual physical copy of the album will go directly to the charity. Is that correct?
Yeah, directly back into the charities. So the album costs £10 plus postage and packaging, and AMAT received £10 for every album that's sold if you buy the physical CD. You can buy it on iTunes and you can buy it on Amazon Music. They obviously take a fee, but all of the profit goes directly back into AMAT. So yeah, it's the best 10 quid you'll spend this year, and it directly impacts somebody within your local community if you live in Medway or in Kent.
Now, we're coming to the end of this sort of a meet-up. That's the Medway style for interview. What's your favourite track on the album?
Who are you asking?
Well, it's just to both of you.
Well, I like The Little Things.
Nice. Great song. Kat?
I really like Alcohol because I just think it's super fun and super... Yeah, I just think it's a really good, fun track and a bit foot stompy, and yeah, it's good. I really like it. Yeah, what about you? What's your favourite track?
Well, this is purely coincidental, obviously, but 1 Foot Taller is my standout track. And it's nothing to do with me. I'm 6'4". I'm tall enough. But yeah, I understand there's a video of 1 Foot Taller.
I have got a video for that.
You're joking. You're joking.
Just before we play that, I would, and I'm sure Kat would, just like to thank Rick and Mark,
yes.
who you can see are the other characters in the video. Rick on the drums and Mark,
the 1940s Frenchman on the drums.
That's it. And Mark on the double bass and the electric bass. They're the musicians that, along with Kat and myself, made the record basically, and yourself on the rap. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think you played you didn't play it, but you told me what to play keyboard wise. I'm just thinking, I'm not sure that I'll put that in the credits. Maybe you can sharpen that.
Unbelievable.
I literally just remembered that now. But yeah, so
copyright lawyers.
But yeah, we'd like to thank them, and we recorded it all in 2 days. We tracked it all in 2 days live, and then Kat and I overdubbed the vocals and guitars and keyboards and stuff after. But we couldn't have done it without their help. And when they said that they were going to help, they didn't know that we were going to not be able to. We planned to do a gig at the Brook Theatre in Chatham for tonight, as the launch. Obviously, that can't happen. We're hoping to do that.
And just saying, I would have been busy because I was doing this.
Oh well, yeah.
But I think also, Matt, you need to give yourself a pat on the back, because I remember talking to you saying you told me that you had an ear infection or something because you'd been listening to the mixes and just spending hours and hours and hours on the songs and making sure everything was right.
I did spend a lot of time on it, and it did hurt my ears. But they're slowly getting back, they're slowly getting back to normal. It's just whenever you listen to something a lot, it does, it can hurt.
Yeah,
and actually, we need to thank our neighbours as well, because whilst we were mixing, and Matt's family as well, whilst we were mixing for about 6 weeks, I don't think either of us listened to anything else, because you're just so in
Yes.
in that zone of is this level right or is that level right? Does that need changing, etc., etc. So our families in this project as well have been huge supports.
Annie and Kelly and Chester, not Chester so much singing wise, but Annie and Chester did all the videoing actually, thanks to him. But Annie and Kelly have been singing. In fact, I can hear them singing in the other room on the lag, along watching it in there. They know all the words because they've heard the songs as many times.
Is their favourite song "Let Me Go"?
Oh, I don't know. Hang on. Oh, they can't hear. They're watching. They're too busy watching this.
She's just texted me saying yes.
They said no. She texted me and said no.
Well, I suppose we should listen to one foot taller.
Yeah, and this has got the choir as well. This is one of the choir songs, so this is
brilliant.
Oh, and a massive thank you, obviously, to the excellent choir and all the residents.
Oh, they've just answered Little Things. That's the lag. Little Things. They like Little Things. Little Things, is it?
Let me go. Thanks, Annie.
Annie likes 1 foot tall.
Yeah.
She's never been great with words. Yeah, let me go.
Here we go. Let's have a listen to this. There you go. I can't hear you now.
Are you there, Amu?
That's all right. I was just trying to add a bit of suspense.
Oh.
You know, muting yourself for 20 seconds. It was probably the best thing I had to say all night, actually, and you've missed it now. But no, I was saying at the end of that video, it had how you can get a copy of the album from Amat. Is it amatuk.org?
So www.amu.uk, not AMU UK.
Don't go on that one.
Sorry.
amatuk.org.
I can hear you now. I had to do a COVID test halfway through that. I've just. I hope I did the video. I muted the video so you didn't see. But
That's a true story, isn't it, Matt? You've just been. I wonder how many people have been swabbed live on Facebook Live.
There's the thing. Look, there's the thing.
Brilliant. Your eyes are still watering, mate.
Yeah. Well, I pulled the earphones. I think I've broken my earphones. But there you go.
Well, you know what they say: buy cheap, buy twice.
What was the question? Did you ask where can people buy the record from?
I did, Matt. Why don't you repeat it?
People can buy the record. Go and have a chat with Janice in the shop. And if you've got anything spare that you can take to her, I'm sure she'd be. What sort of stuff do they get rid of down there? Do they sell all sorts of stuff? Isn't it, Kat?
Oh, all sorts of stuff. So electrical items, clothing, bedding, glassware, cutlery, crockery, anything that you know. I mean, don't just take any old rubbish down there. You know.
But what is the point of the shop?
So the charity shop that Janice runs is affordable shopping for Amat residents to be able to buy things that they need, or any members of the public to be able to buy things that they need. And all of the money that Janice raises goes back into the events that she runs for the residents. So it's it's like double bubble. Yeah,
And
like
Kat,
she talked about in the video.
Have you got the address of said charity shop?
I don't know what it is. I know it's opposite 411 Hub. So it's at the Luton Arches end of the High Street. So
It's
I guess,
opposite the
yeah.
Chatham. I don't know how old that makes me sound, but it's opposite the old Chatham Cinema.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There in the 80s
Yeah.
and maybe 90s. I don't know, but
Yeah.
there anyway. You most people
Yeah.
know where that is.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic.
There, or you can go on the AMAT page, and I won't do that because it will send Facebook live because I'm streaming. But you can go on amatuk.org and buy it direct from there as well, which is another place.
Or you can just message me directly and I will arrange it.
Or that.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Or message the AMAT page directly and we can arrange it.
Brilliant. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure, guys. I've really enjoyed this. I hope those that are watching on social media, I think it was mainly Facebook, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I hope they've enjoyed the videos and the songs, and I hope everyone is going to continue to keep themselves safe. And once obviously COVID is all over, hopefully we can all get out there and celebrate this again with some live performances.
Yeah, we'll
definitely.
Get the Brooke, I think. Get the choir up on stage doing some songs and get Shirley singing a song. I think it'd be good fun.
Yeah,
I'll bring my hip hop entourage with me.
Yes, you can do some rap.
I'm going to try and get some gold. Yeah, my mum will be there. I'll be Jan.
Yeah.
And I'll be wearing some gold bling as well.
Excellent.
Do they sell that in the charity shop, Kat? Can I get some
They
bling?
sell all sorts. They sell all sorts. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for having me. And for all of you that are listening out there, thank you very much for staying with us. Apologies if there's been some technical difficulties, but we think it's gone really well. Even Matt having his COVID test. Let's hope it comes back as negative.
Let's hope. I'm sure it
Fingers crossed.
But thank you, guys, and you take care and look after yourselves.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Take care.
Amu.
You're welcome.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.